Jairus was a synagogue ruler, a respected position within the Jewish community. As a leader, he likely managed the synagogue's operations, arranged worship services, and ensured the proper reading of Scripture. This role meant that he was a man of influence and religious dedication, deeply respected in his community. Despite his esteemed position, Jairus demonstrated profound humility and faith. When his only daughter fell gravely ill, he approached Jesus, a controversial figure among many Jewish leaders of the time, seeking help. This act showed not only his desperation but also his belief in Jesus' ability to heal. For a synagogue ruler to openly approach Jesus signified remarkable courage and faith, given that many religious authorities opposed Jesus. Jairus' plea for his daughter. Jairus' daughter, described as about 12 years old, was his only child, amplifying the emotional weight of the story. In Mark chapter 5 verse 23, Jairus is recorded as imploring Jesus, "My little daughter is extremely ill. Please come and lay your hands on her so that she may get well and live." This plea underscores his confidence in Jesus' healing power, despite any societal pressures or personal doubts. Jesus' compassionate response. Jesus immediately responded to Jairus' request, demonstrating his compassion and willingness to help those in need, regardless of their social standing. However, as they were on their way to Jairus' house, a woman suffering from a 12-year hemorrhage touched Jesus' garment, believing it would heal her. Jesus paused to address the woman, commending her faith and publicly acknowledging her healing. This delay must have been agonizing for Jairus. During this time, messengers arrived with devastating news. Jairus' daughter had died. They advised him not to trouble Jesus any further. But Jesus reassured Jairus with the words recorded in Mark chapter 5 verse 36, "Do not be afraid. Only have faith." This statement exemplifies Jesus' encouragement for unwavering trust, even in seemingly hopeless situations. The miracle at Jairus' house. Upon arriving at Jairus' home, Jesus encountered a scene of mourning, with people weeping and wailing loudly. He boldly declared, "The child has not died but is sleeping." Mark chapter 5 verse 39. This statement reflects the biblical perspective on death as a temporary state, akin to sleep, from which one can be awakened through resurrection. Jesus allowed only Peter, James, John, and the child's parents to accompany him into the room where the girl lay. In a moment of divine power, Jesus took the child by the hand and said in Aramaic, "Talitha kumi." Mark chapter 5 verse 41. Meaning, "Little girl, I say to you, get up." Immediately, the girl rose and began walking. Her parents were overcome with astonishment, and Jesus instructed them to give her something to eat, a gesture that underscored her complete restoration to life. Lessons and themes. The account of Jairus and his daughter conveys several key lessons. Faith in action. Jairus' willingness to seek Jesus and trust him, even when faced with the finality of death, serves as a powerful example of faith. His persistence mirrors the kind of faith that Jehovah's Witnesses emphasize as vital in one's relationship with God. Jesus' authority over death. This miracle foreshadows the hope of resurrection, a central tenet of Jehovah's Witnesses' beliefs. They often use this account to highlight the promise of a future resurrection in God's kingdom, where death will be eliminated. Revelation chapter 21 verses 3, 4. John chapter 5 verses 28, 29. Jesus' compassion. By responding to Jairus and raising his daughter, Jesus demonstrated his deep empathy for human suffering, reinforcing Jehovah's Witnesses' view of Jesus as a reflection of Jehovah's loving and compassionate nature. Family bonds. Jairus' story underscores the importance of family and the deep love parents have for their children. This aligns with Jehovah's Witnesses' teachings on the significance of family relationships and their belief in God's care for families. Broader applications. Jehovah's Witnesses might also highlight the account of Jairus in the context of their ministry, using it to encourage others to place their trust in Jehovah and in the resurrection hope. The detailed portrayal of Jairus' faith and Jesus' response provides reassurance that God understands human pain and will one day undo death through his kingdom. By focusing on these aspects, the story of Jairus becomes not just a historical account but a source of spiritual encouragement and hope for all who read and reflect on its profound message. Please share and like and please subscribe.